And the way that NATO supports those is by giving it some of their ships. So as the guy that is responsible for force sourcing and force generation for the alliance, the first thing that I saw when the Houthis got busy was the number of ships that I had at my disposal reduce. So there was a UK Type 45 destroyer down here, for example, that would have been with me had it not been down here. CMF is a wonderful demonstration of the way in which maritime nations and indeed maritime capabilities can get along really well and unite around a number of different activities, whether that is 152 up here in the Gulf, or 151 with piracy, or 150 doing effectively counter narco, 153 up in the Red Sea. And when I was here as the deputy commander of the CMF, there were 32 nations, and as we've heard, there are now 47. So that's great. However, that is not a legal or a political union. So when it comes to trying to act in one voice or in one direction, it can be challenging. And also, I would say, within it, there are a lot of different types of warship. If you are serious about being able to shoot down ballistic missiles or cruise missiles in a very confined area like the Red Sea, you better turn up with the right kit, because otherwise you're going to get hurt. And there are not many nations that can actually put themselves in the firing line where that comes to pass. And some of those nations would admit that, and within the CMF, I feel sure. Kuwait, the Kuwait office, absolutely brilliant. We've got a great college there as well that is all centered around the Istanbul Cooperation Initiative. It offers many, many different and diverse courses and education in the name of our alliance, and we're superbly grateful. It's been one of the great success stories in the way that NATO has been able to demonstrate its partnering with this alliance. And then finally on the tech, I mean, you almost answered your own question. I mean, there is just so much. And I would say that what we're learning is that redundancy in the way particularly that cables are laid is really, really important. So the ability to be able to reroute data almost in stride is extremely important. Internal surveillance of pipelines has become pretty trendy. And we've got some nations now that are able to do all of their surveillance and basically internal security through internal drones, if you will, that whiz up and down the pipelines. Of course, if you can put a drone inside a pipeline to inspect it, you can put a drone inside a pipeline to blow it up. So, and that provides you with a whole world of new problems. Acoustic sensing as well is one of the other big areas that is starting to give us indicators, whether through noise or indeed through very small changes in seabed activity. So, and there are others. Delighted to talk more on that offline.
Thank you very much. Senior Minister of State, perhaps you can also say a few words about the tech question.